Okay, well, we'll start off with the apologies. We'll have more apologies in the middle and we'll finish up with some more, right? First apology is, I'm afraid this is not quite as well prepared as it ought to be. Because for the first time in 15 years, I actually listened to the advice my father gave me a long time ago, which was to go out and get a proper job. So like last year at Geek Camp, we had this thing, we did all sorts of amazing things because basically I was self-unemployed. I was, so I could take time off and do whatever I wanted to. So I've actually been doing some real work which somewhat distracted me from the important things in life. Terribly sorry, but it'll sort of work, okay? Which is about the best we ever hope from this sort of thing, right? So, Adnan and Dave present Oh No, Not More Hardware. In case you're confused, this is Adnan. Where's the pack of cards? Where is the pack of cards? Somewhere here. I deliberately went out and bought the pack of cards. Then I'm not sure.
This one.
Well, those will do. Thank you. Are they open? Yes, that will do. I actually want to bought some cards. Where did I check? They're probably still in the car. Right. So. Yes, see, Andy was telling you, basically it all started on Facebook on the, it says there, 10th of September last year, which is slightly under a year ago, when Mike Chen posted up this awesome creator of the Raspberry Juice expansion. Can you read that? Is it too small? Basically, Adnan had wandered into hackerspace with this amazing little board that he's built, right? And he was showing it to everybody, and everybody was incredibly impressed with it. Oh look, we got one here. Where did that come from? Okay, we have one here. We'll show you. You'll be seeing it quite a bit because this is something that we're going to be showing off, right? Yes, Mike got his name on, didn't you, Mike? I've got evidence. I also have evidence of the jokes from last year, by the way, for your birthday. In trawling for this, I found those as well. But I'll keep those private, right? So anyway, yes. So yes, Mike was part of all of this stuff. And this sort of gathered my attention. Because I had just done a trade with Mike. He'd given me his Raspberry Pi and I gave him an Ethernet shield, which was the thing I used last year in Geek Camp. So I then had this Raspberry Pi and I didn't know what the hell to do with it. I mean, I don't know Linux, right? So, yeah. So I had this and it went on. I mean, so I finally figured out that I really ought to meet Adnan. So Adnan came to meet me in my office, which was very fortuitous because, well, basically I was about to move my office. Adnan helped me move my office, and after that we started sort of like doing all sorts of crazy stuff together. So now Adnan and Dave present Oh No, Not More Hardware, right? The Raspberry Pi edition. Last year was the Arduino edition, right? Featuring the Raspberry Pi and the Raspberry Juice. Ta-da! Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, everybody know the Raspberry Pi?
Yeah.
Good. So it's this lovely, inexpensive ARM-based Linux PC. It's got a load of RAM, SD cards, sound, all sorts of lovely things, and there's a huge user group. And the Raspberry Juice, which is this little board here, let me tell you something about it, because it's really very, very useful, right? Well, to start off with, we've got an extra processor on there. It is an Atmel AVR processor. It's got a regulated power supply, right? Every time normally if you power your Raspberry Pi off the micro SD card, it's a bit dodgy sometimes. You don't have enough power sometimes to power all the Wi-Fi dongles and stuff. This guy will take from 6 to 23 volts plugged in on one of the connectors, right? And it will power your Pi, and it will give you enough current in there to drive almost anything else you might plug into the USB. It's wonderful like that. It's got RS-232 ports. Does anybody remember RS-232? A few of us. Well, actually, they're incredibly useful, as you will see in a while, hopefully. Right? RS485, we're not going to go into that. That's a bit more on the advanced side. It's got a real-time clock. Now that's nice. Right, otherwise, you turn off your Raspberry Pi. Next time you get onto the network, it will try to figure out the time again. If you can get onto the network, because sometimes you can't get onto the network because your time's wrong. Right? This guy, it will help you remember that. It's got all sorts of other things, like digital pins, analog pins that you can play with. So, I just said all of that. Except, what we're going to play with today is the servo control and a few other things. I've got one here. Let's see if we can bring that up. Okay, here. It's here. It's not there. Isn't that clever? I like that. It's it killed me.
Again, it's up.
Isn't it? It's not.
Where is it? Okay.
Because it was on the second screen. Shh, don't tell them. Okay, here we go. I can't slide this. Oh, it's over there. Look at that. Right, that's all I have. Okay, now this one, for the very first time today, is connected to this Raspberry Pi that is not on a network. Right? You wander into a strange place, and believe me, this is Microsoft, it's a very strange place. And if you're lucky, somebody might have given you the network password. Does it hide? It doesn't hide the network.
Doesn't.
Oh,
Not anymore
in
now.
10 minutes' time, you're going to have a network password. Oh, sorry, Justin. Right, where am I? So, yes, this is very weird stuff. Quick connection. We're going to try to connect to not that guy, but that one. Connect. Will it connect? I can't see it bloody. You realise that? It's
Press the green button. You will
what green button?
maximize.
No, I'm just panicking.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it maximised on the wrong screen, of course. Now I'm going to try it. Back over. Here we go. It said it was connected, didn't it? It did say it's connected. Why is it not? I know, it's panicking now.
It's connected.
It's connected.
If you press an enter button,
That's what I did.
it's got lights there.
That did. The wires disconnected here. They were earlier. I had to resolve this.
Tell you what,
Reboot it. Oh, yeah, I thought about that. Is it going to say anything?
are you not sure that's it?
Yeah.
Log level, log level 5.
No, what's more level 5?
Might take some time.
I think we can speed.
I can't see the speed, it's down at the bottom.
115, yeah, that should be alright. So, do you want to get, can you get this guy up? I passed this to you, can you get it up in your notebook? Okay, on Jack. Okay, well that's very bad. I told you I'm going to apologise several times today. What normally happens at this point is that you go in there and you can talk to it even if you don't have the Ethernet access. So you can set up the Wi-Fi. So now we're not going to be giving away the Wi-Fi password. And so you can do stuff when you haven't got a connection, which is really very nice. Now let us return to the show somehow. Slideshow. Yes. Where did we get to? It's not going to take me back. It's gone back to the beginning again. Panic. Okay. So, where were we? We were. Okay. So if you don't have a keyboard available, it worked this morning. It worked outside. It will work again in a couple of minutes. But it's not working now. Actually, I could use that one here, couldn't I?
This one?
Yes, we just did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Maybe. Let us try. Sorry, it's here. What am I talking about? It's here. What kind of fool am I? Sorry, okay. Where do we... Was it gone? It's right here.
Yes.
There. Yeah. Okay, Adnan has this wonderful thing. He puts little jack plugs on. Fast.
Because I develop a lot of embedded devices.
Right.
Yeah. I use a small 2.5 mm plug for the RS232 connections. So it's easy for me to switch from device to device rather than using the old style DB9 connector.
Yes. Why is it doing that?
For the old style DB5 RS232 connections, we use DB9 connectors, yeah. But for my embedded devices, I use a common 2.5 mm jack. So it's easy for me to switch from embedded device to embedded device.
German. He's talking German.
I'm
Huh?
Can you reset your turn?
Oh, okay, I'll tell you what. Let's close it and start again. I'll tell you what. Let's close it and we will start it. I hate working on the other side of the screen. It kills me. Okay, one more time. We will get there. Because there is actually some good stuff further down the line. If we get there, guys. Zoc. It's an amazing thing. It's called the Zoc. Boom. Oh. It doesn't like it, does it?
Is your baud rate right?
Baud rate is correct.
Baud rate must be correct. 115, 200, 8M1.
I tell you what, shut this down, unplug the USB device, replug the USB device, and then restart. Yeah.
Unplug and replug.
Because the connection is already made with the.
We tried that, we tried to cancel.
Shut down your
Zoc. I will try and work. We could, of course, move on to the
Zoc's connected to your device.
I'll tell you what, we just put Thomas on the track and sit and try and move forward. And then see if we can figure this one out later. Okay, we will have one last try at this. If it doesn't work, we will move forward. We will miss a whole load of stuff. Actually, you won't miss it. No, I don't have to turn it. It's the turn I'm banking on. Back it. This side, go into there. Start. Okay, could not open the port. We try it. One more time. There we go, we plug it in. One more time. Here we go. Quick connection. Right, everybody, quick prayer, please. We are connected. It says we are connected. Okay, what can we do about... Hang on, did I press it?
Try it now.
Oh,
Whoa.
Okay.
no, nothing. Nothing. Life is very strange. It could be this been living in a box for a while. I'm going to panic there. Let's move on. Okay, this is very embarrassing because that's supposed to show you the servos moving. The servos move very nicely. This thing here goes up and down very nicely. It's supposed to be a water tower down there for Thomas, just to let you know. Right? Okay. Right. No, I'm going to move on because twice time. Right. So, we will carry on with requiring a volunteer. Now, this is going to be dangerous. I don't know. Do you have any more about blue tack videos?
Yes.
Now, I will choose a volunteer totally at random from the audience. I can't see anybody, but this audience isn't very random, is it? So, I've got someone over there who's petrified that I will choose her, so I won't. Say Annie. There you go, Dave. Has he got a number on it?
Yes.
Can you show it to the audience? Can you show it to me?
Oh, that was a point.
So any of these have death big? Oh, God. Okay, it's got a number. This is 100, right? Thank you. A totally random choice, yes? We had, as I said, sort of like planned this to be a lot more, what's the word, mystical and everything else, but it sort of blew up because we didn't have time to get in here and set it all up. So instead of that, we're going to take this and we're going to stick it down here, and we're going to pray an awful lot of blue tack holds up. Right, now, can you do your magic with Thomas? With Thomas?
Can you log in?
I probably could do actually, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Am I connected to that network? I'm not even connected to that network, do you know that?
Password.
No, I know the password, but all I need is the network. you remember? I remember that. Where's the network?
We can get it.
It's not here. Oh, yes, it is. Here we go. You know, show me that. Yeah,
I have a hotspot. Can you?
that's okay. We have a network.
It's not showing now.
No, it's not amazing. Would have done good. Would have done on time. Zop quit. I think Zop has problems tonight. Okay, one can't. I'm having a good day, am I? You're supposed to.
There was that.
It's here. You've seen the password, yeah? Anybody from Geek? Anybody who knows the GeekCamp password? Can you check I've got the GeekCamp password correct here?
The admin account?
Yeah.
Wait, for which laptop? That one?
This one. Is that correct?
Like you mentioned, it's Microsoft. Weird thing happens here.
No, it's a dongle from our dongle.
Yeah, but still.
It should work, right? No.
Anything else?
I couldn't connect to the light. You guess my for like 2 hours. How many accesses can we get on this thing at once? 10. 10. Should be right.
Are you on Geek machine?
Yeah.
Thomas?
Yeah. Thomas is on Geek. Yeah. I better take the other one. Okay, this was supposed to be a magic trick. It's obviously not very magic. I'm going to tell you what's going to be happening, right? What we have got stuck on Thomas has got a whole load of batteries on him as well as running off the track. He has also got a camera, right? Now, just imagine this, right? I'm going to set up an imaginary magic trick, and then when you imagine how absolutely wonderful it would be, you can all go, whoa, right? So, here we go. We've got Thomas. Thomas has got a Raspberry Pi camera on him. He also has a magical little OLED module, which is a display module, right? Which Adam has been buying in copious quantities from Adafruit, courtesy of 12 gigs, right? So what we were originally planning to do is we're going to have a covered section. Someone will pick the card, we drop it into a slot, and Thomas will be sitting there with lights and see the card. And the person who's seeing it streaming onto his console would then type in the command to make it display on the OLED, and Thomas would come out saying, look, this is the card, and you'd think it was magic, right? You guys, right? Instead of that, we're going to see what we can do, right? You're still going to see the OLED working, although we may have to zoom something, we might have to bring it right close here so you can see it, right? We'll see if we can get the picture up for you, if they can get me on.
Yeah, okay.
It's very interesting, that, isn't it? It always works. It even works when you're sitting outside, right? It never works when you want to do that.
Okay, so Dave, what's
Yeah.
happening is this one is pretty weak, so I can recommend you. Is that one?
It's this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is that
It's this one.
Can you connect this to a USB stick?
Hang on. One mini containers has got.
Why does that?
Would that help?
Yeah, it will help. It's only when you want power.
Yeah, let's go.
It's
on.
charging. It's not charging, but it's on. It's got it.
It says mega now, doesn't it? Huh? Let's try. If we'll tell me. Work. Yes.
Oh, it worked. This is power.
I hope Thomas.
It's always power, isn't it?
I hope Thomas has got some.
What?
Yeah, okay, so laptop is
Wi-Fi.
on the Wi-Fi.
My laptop. Right.
Alright.
Big round of applause.
No.
Thank you. How do we show the magic? How do I spin into it? It's just with Firefox, yes?
I know, are you not in Thomas here?
Yes.
Can you show
I need to show the Thomas.
Show this?
Take you.
Is this in Thomas?
Yeah, you can slide it to the other side once you've got in. Sorry, this is a. I can't do.
What's your idea of this?
It'll be up there. I'll do something.
Oh,
It's breaking out. Then I did on that. Got it?
Thomas was 112, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, 0109. Where's 0109? 1, 0. 1, 2. He's getting 1, 2. Will you be connected to that? Look like that.
Thomas is not 112 anymore. Maybe. You have to bring Thomas in.
Come here, Thomas. Okay. You do that, I'll carry on with the stories then.
Alright.
This is all right, right? Okay. Sorry guys, bit of the Wi-Fi hiccup with the story of my life. What else are we going to explain?
Where's your song?
It's pretty much just, I closed unexpectedly into that. Way down to the bottom. It's there.
Okay. Good, Thomas. Nice.
Yes. Is it?
What's its address? 112. Thanks.
Here's what I'm going to say. Okay. 0.12.
Yes, we know about 112. I can't think.
Oh, you got it. Okay, cool.
You know what?
Yeah.
Can I just run here?
You can. Are you going to get the screen repeater?
Yeah.
Just move your mouse over there. Okay.
How do I get here?
Well, that's right. You're now seeing it talking. Life is good. Okay.
How do I get here?
You just move your mouse way over here and so. Where's the mouse? Keep going. There you go.
Thanks.
Your mouse is there. Okay.
No?
Yeah. Click on it first so you get focused there. Now click there. Now you're
Okay,
focused.
thanks.
I think rather than taking a picture of the card, why do we not put, let's aim Thomas that way.
Okay, so I'm running two programs inside the shell script. One is the NJPEG streamer, and the other one is Rusby Still.
Okay.
So what Rusby Still does is that it captures a bunch of JPEG files into a temporary directory, and then NJPEG streamer will watch that directory, and whatever new files that get stuffed into that directory, it takes it as the next JPEG image to show as an MJPEG stream. So now we can use a browser to go into Thomas and then watch the stream. How do I start your web browser on a Mac?
First of all, we have to see if you can unplug this.
Sure, just pull it.
Okay, let's take him back to where he was and see what can happen.
Browser.
There he is. Right, this is the height of optimism here. Browser, yes. A browser, we have many browsers. Which browser would you like? Chrome. Pick a Chrome. Any Chrome, which...
Hopefully it shows.
Oh, hey. Well, this is totally at random. Totally at random. I don't know how this happened. Look at that. While we're at it.
He likes you.
Hang on, we've got a different size screen. Let's try and maximise it for that screen. Is it going to work? Yeah. Right, okay, there you go, you have a blank browser. Go for it. We're going to have to be up there. We want to put in the browser like this, right? 192 first or just 192?
Can try both.
.0.112
colon at 9,000.
9,000. Yeah?
And we should get a web page of MJPEG Streamer.
If we are,
Okay, so that's the demonstration page of MJPEG Streamer. Alright, if we went to static,
okay.
yeah, we should see
Why is he looking at me? You cheeky little bugger. I told you about this before. I told you this before. Okay, let's come on. So,
again?
yeah, why not? Let's see if we can.
What's refresh here?
Okay,
I see.
Press that.
Yeah, it was there.
What we got? What we got?
100.
Oh well, okay. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Because if you do that, now what I'm being a bully, what I'm going to persuade Adnan to do now is write SSH into it. What is it? It's root at, is it?
Yeah, root.
Root at 192.168.0.112.
Password is 123.
Don't tell them. I think I might have done, yeah. Right. So remember, guys, always choose very complicated passwords. Otherwise, somebody might overhear you telling them. Right. Now, what was the code? LCD.
Yeah.
LCD. Oh, it's got to be in quotes, yeah?
Yeah.
The card is 100. Right? This is what we were going to do. We were going to be typing in magical commands like this. It says no such, what folder is it in?
Can you see the shell, please?
You want to move the browser?
You want to move the terminal over?
The window screen over?
Not until we got it working, mate. Not until we got it. Give me a break. Are we logged in as the right user?
Efficient, eh?
Should it be root or should it be admin? Okay, go. Yeah, so you do that. Run it, and you can backspace to that command, and then we'll show you what we've got. Right? Phew. We have a few percentage of what we're looking for here. So yes, we've got the. Oh God, he's in the bloody picture again, isn't he? Oh well, never mind. Right, so what Adnan's doing now is the secret part that you weren't going to see. Typing in, the card is 100. And he'll probably show you that he's done it in a minute, just because the standard policy today is openness and transparency, right?
Yeah.
Since enter. Ooh. Right, so here we go. Just to show you, we bluff you not. Right, here we go. He put in LCD, the card is 100. The question is, what actually happened? What actually happened? Right, how that thing doesn't go onto the screen, does it?
But you could turn on your camera.
I can turn on my camera.
Or like Photoshop or photo booth.
Photo booth, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Then we're going to show some idiot holding.
Hang on. I'm already on the.
Well, you are.
You
You got a test.
can show yourself.
Yeah. Anybody got a mirror? No. Let's just try this.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Panic
Accidental.
not. Panic not. I'm good at panicking. I'll do the panic one, right? But that begins with a letter P, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Photo booth. And a photo booth. Here we go. Right. I'm going to be. Sometimes I get embarrassed. Sometimes I get very embarrassed. Okay. So here we go. Well, that's standard.
Strapping.
See, Thomas, it is a. And how do I actually get it to focus on that, do you reckon?
You can't.
Yeah.
What was it called? Blooming. When something's too bright. Yeah.
Okay, that basically, firstly it's back to front. So if you read the reverse, it says the card is 100. Can you see that?
Yeah, yes.
Right. That was a 20-second hack that we did just before the show, right? Okay, so here we go. We put it back there. See what else you can see. You see, Thomas actually is a bit of a train fan. If we're lucky, can you see the train? Where's the? No, you can see nothing. You can see me.
No, that's the code.
It's photo booth.
Oh, so it is. Oh God! Well, see what happens when you let Englishmen run the bloody show. Okay, you can still see me. We're really losing. You see, Thomas actually likes trains, so I'm going to show you. Can you see the trains? No.
No,
No. Too small, are they?
no, it's just dark.
It's dark.
Yeah. Oh, is that me?
Probably.
Yes, that's you.
It's too dark.
Yes, we see.
I don't know where I had a light somewhere. No lights. Left it at home in the car. Oh well. In that case, there you go. Just face it that way. Okay. So what we got here is a fantastic, very dark audience, haven't we? There you go, guys. You can see it says the card is 100. Yes. Well, we could actually change that, but we're not going to because we screwed up enough things today. So there we go. We have Thomas. Let's have a big round of applause, please, for Thomas. There we go.
Great.
Right. Now just try. You're not going to kick me off yet, are you? A few seconds more. We'll try and see what.
Questions for you.
I was actually wanted to try and get back to the presentation just for a minute or two. Oh my gosh, he had trouble with Nicky and Donald. There we go. Okay, so Thomas is going round. Let's go back to the slideshow for a few more seconds, just to show you a few things of what we were doing. If we can understand it, right? So there we go, we had the Raspberry Pi Cam. I've also got a program called Berry Cam, which will read off this if I can ever get that connected to the network, right? So we have one of the programs that was being used to capture the still images is Raspberry Still, which is actually one of the Raspberry Pi utilities. And we're using MJPEG Streamer for the live streaming, right? Okay, so this is the OLED. The OLED is connected as an I2C device, which means you can just address it from the bus. There was sample code that Adafruit provided and hacked it, and he intended to put it on these things because, as you discover, we have problems when we don't know the IP address, right? You can't. We tend to use our Raspberry Pis in what we call headless mode, right? So all of you guys who use Linux, you know there are two modes. There's like a console mode and there's a useful graphic mode. You don't want to do graphics on the Pi, right? Because it takes up a lot of memory and it slows it down. It's not exactly the most muscular thing on the planet. So what we tend to do is we run it headless, and if possible we run it headless on Wi-Fi, so you go into it through an SSH shell. Right? If you don't know the IP address, it's slightly difficult getting into it through an SSH shell because you don't know what to talk to. So, yeah, he wanted to use these things on. He's got a whole barrage of these things at home, right? And he wanted to have each one displaying its IP address so that he can go in and hook into them. Right, sound. I can't show. I'm sorry, I can't show the sound. I'd love to show the sound. That sound's on this one. This one, you can't even get it through the terminal or the network. I'm going to try one last time because I'm a sucker for punishment, right? Just one last time. Exactly. No. Something has happened. That is a great shame because...
So you've got to change that after.
No, it's the same adapter now. It's the same adapter that was in Thomas 2 seconds ago. So something funny is going on. Right? Something is rotten in the state of Denmark, I think they say. Which is a great shame because I also had it playing the Thomas theme. You know the Thomas theme? Da 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 da. Assume I'm the Robin. Da 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 da. Yeah, we did that. We had it playing computer noises. It's really cool. So you're not really getting to hear it. So I'll stick it on the video and put it on YouTube, right? So you say, this is what you would have seen if only I hadn't screwed it up, right? Okay. On the same thing, if I can get rid of. Oh yeah, I can get rid of the right? In addition to that, the servos, which also you would have seen, So basically, servos, for those of you who don't know, they're sort of like things they put in radio control planes and stuff. They're motors where you control the position rather than speed. Right, so if I were to open this thing up, this you can do, and without the servo, you'll see that this servo has got a little crossbeam on it, and I can make it rotate to any position. And theoretically, we can control it, we can make it do that and do that, go up and down, which isn't much, but if you're a thirsty train and you need water, you're a water fountain, it's nice if you can come down and give you water, right? So, basically, servos use a feedback circuit. RC servos have got a 3-wire connector, which they do 5 volts ground and control, and you talk to it using pulses, and the width of the pulse will determine the angle of the servo, right? Which you can do on a Pi by software, but once you're doing it, you're using up a lot of the Pi's processing power. So having the raspberry juice giving you the right angle is really cool. And I want to put some nice demos of this out sometime soon. Right? And it would have been really nice if I could have showed you how you can use just this single command to set the position. But I can't. And I can't show you how this amazing script will make it move up and down. So that was it. We have a stream video working? That's the stream video. It's on the browser, right?
There it is.
Oh, stream video, there we go. Wonderful. He's going round and round and round. I think we're probably at that point in the evening where we better bow out gracefully. So as I said, at the beginning, I had to apologise for not having it all set up really well. In the middle, when things cock up. So, sorry it didn't go quite as smoothly as expected. I hope there was something here that was fun and interesting. I think I better shut up now.